Here, just about to walk into the hotel for the second day of a cleaning deep dive. Question today is, how accurate is your estimating process in your cleaning business? And one of the things that we find when we look at a cleaning business, when we want to set it up for success from day one, is we want to have a standard offering of services. So we're going to be looking at our deep clean or our top to bottom clean, whatever you're calling it. We're going to do our weekly, our bi-weekly, monthly, and potentially a post-construction or a move-in or move-out, which are obviously significantly different services. But as we basically create a standardized offering of services, we want to clearly define what's included and what's not included in those services, and then document them in our CRM or customer relationship management software. The software that we use predominantly is Service Autopilot. And when we do that, we're going to go in and set up these standardized services with an estimate description, what's included in the service, what's not included in the service. Now, there's several ways of tackling this, and we're going to probably base this, or you would base this on your business and how you actually want to create a standardized estimating system in your cleaning business. The 3 or 4 main ways that we find for success in a cleaning business to set this up is basing the service on a standard square foot range. So a cleaner can clean, say, on a weekly or bi-weekly clean from 1 square foot up to maybe 1,200 square feet. And then each increment thereafter is a certain amount of time. Now, this can include everything that's included in the weekly clean, or we can add some additional variables, such as maybe going out and doing the fridge, the stove, or different things that this client may add on, such as linens. We can add in other variables too that are in the home, such as the amount of living areas, the amount of people that live in the home, or the number of pets. So traditionally what we recommend is creating a standardized pricing metric on a production rate such as square footage, and then we add additional variables on top of that. And what that's going to do is give us a bottom line price for the actual cleaning based on that specific home or building. So a price, a budget, time, and cost before profit. And then this is going to translate into basically a work order or a job that can be set up on a weekly, bi-weekly, tri-weekly, every month, whatever that looks like. But once that's set up now, we're going to be tracking the start and stop times of those jobs, and separately mobilization or drive time. And why we're going to break the two up is specifically we can run reports now after we have several months of data to check your assumptions on your production rates for your cleaning teams. And when we run those reports, we'll have non-emotional data, how many square feet that your team can clean. Now, once we get in and have a little bit more of an advanced situation, we can have some qualifying questions. So maybe it's like an initial deep clean or top to bottom clean, depending what you call it in your business. But we can have a fill factor and some additional variables such as the number of bathrooms. And that can basically be tracked in the CRM, such as Service Autopilot. We create a standardized estimating system based on the actual jobs that you're at outside of the drive time. But we want to track that drive time mobilization because that's an unbillable expense. It needs to be accounted for in your pricing model and overhead recovery. So the first thing we're looking at is a square foot range with potentially some variables that are going to add on some metrics on that. The next thing is going to be a pricing matrix based on the size of rooms. So your small, medium, and large rooms, such as master baths, regular baths, all the different types of rooms. And in addition to that, we can add those variables in again for linen changes, number of pets, number of people living in the room. Are we including a basement or not including the basement in the clean? These are things that we need to look at and dissect in a standardized process. Can be delegated to an office staff or even maybe a virtual assistant like pink collars. So we're looking at square foot range with some variables. We're looking at size of room with some variables. And then the next one we really dive into is a combination of the two almost. So we've got square foot ranges, say 1 to 1,000 square feet or maybe 1 to 1,200 square feet with each size of room. And then we would jump up to say 1,501 square feet to say 2,200 square feet. We'd have our small, medium, and large types rooms as well. We can add variables on top of that for linens, pets, number of people in the house, and different variables, and add that up as well. And then the final type of pricing that we usually find predominantly in the cleaning industry, whether it's residential cleaning or commercial, is we're going to take a look at it and say, maybe for our initial deep clean, our initial top to bottom, that initial clean, that we're not really positive if we're estimating over the phone the exact price on it. That's not something we're comfortable doing. So what we can do is create a price range, a high and low price range based on the square footage of the house and some additional variables such as pets and people and living areas. So those are the main 4 or 5 ways that we find cleaning industry professionals having success with a standardized estimating system. So if you're interested in how we do this, check out a lot of the videos out on the Facebook page we here have at Simple Growth. But about to walk into another 2-day deep dive with another cleaning company this week, finishing up day 2. Walking into another one next week where we literally sit knee to knee with cleaning industry professionals. They're absolutely successful, breaking that million mark and beyond, and they're just standardizing and refining their estimating system with some of these processes I'm talking about. So if you're looking to do it yourself, this is the way that we find for success to create a predictable system that can be delegated, and then go in and get some data 5 to 6 months later and confirm your assumptions on your production rates. And it's giving an accountability with your cleaning teams. It's going to have your budgeted made hours or man hours. I'm going to steal that quote from the awesome team we have up here working with us today. I love that term, made hours, which is just awesome. So it's something we're gonna borrow with their permission. But any questions or comments, how to create a standardized pricing system for your cleaning company inside a CRM, please drop your questions live right now or on the recorded version. I'll take a look at it. But I'm about to hop back in the hotel here for day number 2, and it's just been pretty amazing that we can take a business like the one we're working with today, and within 2 days they have a brand new Service Autopilot instance, have never used Service Autopilot before, and by the time they walk out of here 16 hours later, our team has been able to set up the whole entire Service Autopilot, estimate descriptions, the whole entire estimate workflow, production rate based estimating. We worked through all their pricing with them, made sure it was set up properly in the system, all their lead source tracking, website estimate request. We learned how to handle loss estimates, one estimates, how to schedule all the main types of estimates, so one time, reoccurring, waiting list. And then we went into routing, scheduling, and invoicing, and then how to set up monthly installments or contracts if it was applicable. So if this is something you're interested in, drop me a line. But basically, I wanted to make a video just highlighting the importance of taking a day or 2 away from your business, especially in your cleaning business, and just really refining those numbers, defining your service offerings, and making a concrete, predictable offering that can be delegatable. So comments, questions, drop them below. I'm going to hop back in and get back into it for another 8 hours of finalizing just a really standardized cleaning scenario for this business that I can't wait to see at the end of 8 hours what it looks like. But as right now, 8 hours in, it looks pretty awesome. So we'll see you later on Facebook, and check us out. S8 Weekly Talk Show going to be coming up again next week on the Service Autopilot Facebook page.